right, let's see here and get right into it. So let's see here, 200, 300, 400, 450, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 500. Let's get our handy dandy rack so that way you guys can see it. And this is gonna simulate cruise craps. Now, mind you, I use Royal Caribbean a lot, but understand that because of how interesting the rules are, i.e. you can double the odds, but only in it's 50, you're gonna see a lot more lay bets from me. But that's just because I'm not very used to these smaller games, $10 pass and don't pass. And let's go ahead and start with a $6, 6 and 8, she's working. Now remember that DGE is always here for 20%, which in this case would be $100. So we're gonna try to knock that out in 10 minutes or less. Let's see here, I guess since Georgia theoretically is doing well this year, I'll use red and black. And put this right here, and away we go. We got ourselves a 9. I'm gonna sit here and put 15 as odds, see if I can't catch a 6 or an 8. That's a 9, $15 down. Ooh, $500 is a little bit testy, but we're gonna sit here and play like I usually do. That's gonna be an 8, comes over here. This is the second point made. Let's go from there. That's a 5, does nothing. That's a 5, does nothing. That's a 7 out, 15 pays 15, so I didn't lose anything on the odds on that 9. Reset to a 10 and 10, turn this on, read this back, and we're rolling. That's a 7, so the $6, 6 and 8 is lost. I'm gonna go to a $12, 6 and 8. Badoop, badoop. All right, give myself the dollar change. And it is working. That's a 5. Going to be a little risky, but doing a $30, no 5, and that is to cover my 6 and 8. That is a Yo 11. That is a 9. Third and final roll on the 9 gambit. That's another 9. Turn this off, bring this down, and then roll it out. That's a Yo 11. That's a 5 point made. Come back. Like I said, we're gonna be nice, slow, and gentle. It's a Yo 11, does nothing. That is an 8. Don't do anything on a second point 8. That's a 4, first 4 thrown. That's a deuce, snake eyes. Yo 11. 7 out. It's right here. Boom. Turn on, reset, and we go out the 8. That is a 6, pays 14. We'll do 15 for $1 back. And believe it or not, even though it's my first win, I'm gonna press that 6. You know, something on a small table like this is definitely a little bit interesting for me at least, because you don't have a lot of range and runway. For stuff like this, I don't mind starting this gambit out because, listen, you're there to have fun, you're on a cruise. That was a 4, by the way. 1, 2 for a 3. And why not? 10, first 10 thrown. That is a 7 out. Work it. That is a 5. I'm only going to cover the $30. So that press, I'm not covering this hedge. Same as always, $30 to cover my $10 or $12, 6 and 8. Whoop, 5. Lose the 30. Point made. And then I'm going to bring this into a 30 on the dome. Once again, a little aggressive for a $500 bankroll. 7, but don't worry, it's going to get a lot more aggressive. So 30 and 30 is 60. So we're going to put 65 right here on the dome. Those are off. 7 again. So we got 60 and 65 for a total of 125, guys. Now those 125, I'm going to do a couple things. Number one, we'll reduce this down to 50, but I'm going to put a $90 6 and 8 out there working. This is why when you press early, it can get ahead of you, but guess what, guys? $90 6 and 8, I'll do change if I lose it. And we're going. That is an 8. That will pay, 90 will pay 105. I'm taking it all down. It is now an 8. Now remember, it just paid 105, but I'm down 125. So because of that, I'm gonna sit here and say I'm still down 25. I'm gonna reduce that 50 down to 25, keeping the gambit going, because that's double 7s. Boom, 8. So I'm down 25 and 25 for 50. Putting 50 on the don't, put a puck on the 8, and we're going. 7. So 50 and 50 is 100. Once again, $100 on the don't. And this is what you want to see. 4. I like a 4, even though it's after 7. It's the third point. I'm not going to put any odds on it. We're just going to let that run because with a small limited bankroll, you don't want to get crazy. Boom. That pays 100. Reset. And look at all those 4s and 7s. Or sorry, all those 7s that came out. Like, but you just got to sit here and stick to the per the usual. And once again, be consistent. 100, 200, 3, 350, 450. Boom. I'm up like $7, $8. But, you know, we ain't bankrupt, and we're sitting here still cooking with bacon grease. So, wash, rinse, repeat, $6, 6 and 8. It was a long, tumultuous roll. So, sit here and go back to your baseline. $10 pass and don't pass. She working. And let's go from there. That is a 5. Once again, put $15 right here. 5. Boom. Lost. Scabazes. Lose the 15. Going back with 15 right here. And this is off. And let it run. 6. You want to do nothing on the second point 6. We're going to let that don't run. 5. 12, 8, 8, no, everywhere but the 6, I like it. 3, 9, 9, making somebody happy. 8, 7 out, 15 pays 15, comes back to the don't, turn this on. Reset this again, and we're off to the races. 6, finally, pays 7. I'm gonna press it to a $12.06, kick the dollar back, turn this off, and let it run. I'm not counting the rack. It would have been a 6, but we're not counting that. 5, 10, first 10 thrown. 9, 4, first 4 thrown. 7 out, turn on. That's a 10. And we're gonna go ahead and that's $10. We need 20, I'm gonna do 30 just in case. And let's see if we can't get that 6 and 8 going. 7 out, so 30 pays 15. Once again, go back to a $6, 6 and 8 working. And let's see what we got here. That is a Nina 9. Put 15 out there. Probably should get my stick. That would be smart. All right. That is a 6. It's going to pay 7. Press the 6 up, click down the dollar. One more throw. That's a 9. Point made. Boom here. Lose the 15. Crank that up to 15. These are off. 4. I love me a 4, so I'm just going to go ahead and juice that 4 to a 30. 10. I think that's the second 10 thrown. 7 out. Get paid the 15. I'm going to sit here and do $1 and use that profit to juice up my 8. Turn it on. Click back to the rest. Ooh, I get 15 right there too. Look at that. And this is going to reset that. All right. That is a 5. Coming down to the 5. I'm going to juice this up to 30 with the extra little bit of profit I had from that last gambit. See if we can get that 6 and 8 going. 8, 12 pays 14. Press it by 6. Turn off. Click back the rest. That is a 10. Notice that I'm taking these little stabs. As I get more and more profit, that's a 10. I'll sit here and make more sizable hits at it. But right now we're trying to build a bankroll and build that 6, 7, 8 up a little bit as well. That is a 4. What do I have out there? It's 18, 28, 30. I'll risk a $60 lay on that. Let's get it going, guys. Top 4. How about that? How about we don't get that going, guys? All right, 60 is lost. We're in complete destillation mode. 60 right here on the don't. One of the worst spots to be this late in the game. Oh, but you know what's a worse spot? 7. So 60 and 65 for 125. So come back with 130 and come out 7. Oh, ace deucey. So 130 will pay 130. And since that is way crazy, but we're still on the second point, we're gonna put 10 on the don't. 8. And let it roll out. 4, another 4, look at that, guys. 4, 2 4s after a 7. 9. 5. 7 out. 10 will pay 10. I'll reset it. Turn this on. Woo, we're stumbling and fumbling today, guys, but you notice that we're not losing our heads. We're not going crazy. 10. We are going to turn it up to cloud 10 because I'm going to do it once again. 60 odds. Still working that 6 and 8. 5 for the first roll. Let's get a second roll. See if we can't get a 6 and 8. 9, third and final roll with this stuff working. 7 out. So once again, 60 pays 30, 10, 20, 25, 30. So all I'm going to do is put this right back where it was, which is the wash bet for this. And we're working again. Once again, see if we can't get that 6 and 8 to produce anything. Finally, a 6. 12 will pay 14. Press it by 6. Click back the 8. And then it is officially off. And let's roll this out. Now we're cooking with some grease. We're getting somewhere, guys. The path to 100 is just as hard as the path to 1,000, depending on your bankroll. I'm telling you that right now. That was a 4. That's a 7 out. Working. That's a 6. 18 is going to pay 21. I'm going to give it 4. It's going to pay me 25. And I'm going to change this into a $30. 6. It is off. Point is here. Now, I would usually do this while the dealer's rolling, but I want to know how much money I have. So it's 300, 400. There's 500 right here. So let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, 90. I got about 98 bucks, so we're almost there. So in saying that, because I know I'm only a few dollars away from hitting my goal, dealer, bring me down to a $6, 6 and 8. And it's still off, but I only need to make like 10, 15 more bucks, and I've made my goal for the day. So you don't have to go crazy and get all that exposure. 6 is the point. We made the point. You don't have to go crazy with that exposure when you're only trying to do a small win. 5 is the new point. I'm going to try to click it back right now on a second point and just put $15 on a no 5. 9. 9 again. That's a 6. Oh, 5. Down, lose the 15. Made the 5, bring this to 20 on the don't, and we're rolling. That's a 6, back to the 6. Really don't like that on a third point, coming back to an easy number, but, 6. All right, so 15 and 20 is 35. So now you put 40 on the don't for another made 6. What's the odds of we just getting an ace deuce right now? I'm calling this a day. 7, not likely. So 40 and 35 is 75, so I need to put 80 out there. See how quickly this $100 profit is going out the door? All right, 80 on the don't. That is a 5. Once again, very leery because even though it's a fourth point, it's a 7 and a 5. So, 4. So still very tumultuous waters. This right here is still within the realm of blowing up. Okay, 5 again. Made 4 points. That is 80 and 75 for 155. So put 160 on the don't. That is a 10. Very good point to have when you're on a 5th point and rolled a bunch of numbers. So we're just going to let it roll. 7. Woo! Did that freak you out? Freaked me out. All right, so that is going to pay 160. And I think with all the integers of 5, that should have put me right over the edge to have a $100 profit. So let's figure it out. Let's see where we stand. Make sure all this down, all this back. Make sure my board is clear. Let's be a good daughter. Let's be a good dealer, Charles. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's 10, 25, 50, that's 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and we made, even with all that craziness, $102. Wow. This kind of goes to show you that you can have huge swings even with a small bankroll. And if you manage it right, you will end up back on top. This is Charlie from Drunk Guy Explains. Check you guys next time.